Hello. Oh, TDS. Anyone that doesn't know what that acronym stands for, it's Trump Derangement Syndrome. And it is really something to watch. I can understand not liking Trump. I can understand not liking a politician. I can understand not liking a leader, but the actual derangement, hatred, uh, drooling that comes out of people who were just so anti-Trump is been something to watch this last 7 years, 8 years. I mean, it is not normal. It's not normal. But a lot of people can't be blamed. Well, they can because it's their own choice. But because of the mass hypnosis, brainwashing that comes from the mainstream media and everything I've talked about, or we have talked about, the leaders, that he's just this awful human being. It's some people just anyway, it's something else. So we have seen TDS in full display, and now it's ramping up. So this video is about, I'll keep it short, but it's about the ramping up of Trump derangement syndrome. Because though it's always been there, you have to remember they have thrown everything and the kitchen sink and more at him to try to keep him from being president. Why? And try to get him out of office when he was president. You have to ask yourself, some person who can, if you have reasonable thinking, critical thinking skills, you have to wonder why they are so intent on keeping him out of office. Is it because he is just a really bad human being and a liar and all the things they said? If you use critical thinking skills, the answer is no, because Biden is one of the most crooked politicians we've ever seen, and that's coming out. So that argument is null and void right there. They are scared of him. They are scared of him because he is interfering with their way of life, the politicians, the companies, the corporations, the government that have been in collusion forever, and he's breaking the system down. So they've thrown everything at him. Big reminder, remember Russiagate? That hit our news waves. That was a news cycle for 2+ years. Millions and millions of dollars spent on that turned out to be a nothing burger. They've thrown all these lawsuits at him that are currently going on right now. They've tried to keep him off the ballot in 7, maybe 8 different states, citing the Amendment 14. That's been dropped by still fighting it, but majority of those states already have it's been dropped by the judge that's seen it, the Supreme Court of the state. It's just they're in complete desperation, but they're not ever going to stop because they know once he's back, they're done for. They're done for not because Trump and people that support him and the government are going to go off in some sort of revenge thing. They're scared because they know they've broken the law. They know they've done a lot of wrong things they've been hiding, and he's exposing it, and we are exposing that. So it's just ramping up now. So the fact that they see now that all this not only has not stopped him, but it's made his base stronger and made him stronger. You can look at any polls, though polls never really say much, but any of the polls, right or left polls, he is winning by a landslide for everybody. They're scared now. They're getting really scared because they see what's coming. So the fact that they haven't been able to use lawfare and they haven't been able to do anything else to throw against him, because all these other lawsuits that are going on are going to be nothing burgers as well. He's turned the table on them. So now what I'm starting to see a narrative of, it just started last week, is all the mainstream news, because they're all in cahoots, and all the certain leaders are saying, this is the end of democracy as we know it. He's going to become a dictator. So just watch for that. You're going to see those words spouted right and left. Dictator, 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 revenge, revenge, revenge. Democracy ends as we know it. It's going to be fun to watch for people like me because they're getting very, very desperate. But also, and I'm sure many people are protected, but they've thrown everything. The only thing left for them is assassination and things that drastic. And they're probably going to try something like that if they haven't already, because these people are desperate. They've got nothing to lose now. They know their gig is up and they've been called. So part of that is this video, but also it's going to get messy and dangerous. People are going to be okay, but and you notice also that all these resignations have been happening the last couple of weeks. There's a lot of deaths, but resignations of political offices. A lot of younger and older politicians saying they're not going to seek another term. They're not going to seek another term. They're not going to see. What's up with that? It's starting to happen. You'll see later. But also, I wanted to make a note that with all these trials, this is the big picture that I talk about all the time. And with all the trials going on with Trump in Georgia, New York, and the Mar-a-Lago stuff, who is really on trial? You have to ask yourself that. Because any person, I'm not a lawyer, but any legal expert can see that these are nothing burgers in these lawsuits. And they've broken, So who is really on trial? Is it Trump? Or is it the people that are doing this to him? Because guess what? It's all about exposure. And any way we can expose, they are being exposed right, left, and center. So just keep an eye out on that big picture. Keep an eye out. Okay, I am down in a place called Hagerman, Idaho, Buell-Hagerman border. It's in the Snake River Canyon. I come here when I'm in southern Idaho all the time to a place called Miracle Hot Springs. But right where I'm at now, there's an old spring that comes out of the side of the canyon that I was filling up water since I was a kid. So when I'm in town, I come with all my 5-gallon containers and I fill up. It's spring water, and as much as geologists have determined it's a couple of 100 years old coming out of these springs, that's about as clean and filtered as you're going to get. None of that fluoride or chlorine in this water. So I come fill it up, and then I go to Miracle. But I've been coming to Miracle every day since Monday, because Monday I was running around the neighborhood, and I don't know what happened. My toe caught on a manhole cover that was up, and I went for sprawling. And I hurt myself pretty bad. I figured out I ripped or severely strained or tore my exterior oblique, my left side. It hurts to breathe. It's not a broken rib, I don't think, but there's nothing you can do with these injuries except wrap them cold, put them in cold, different things, and hot springs, because that nature's healing. So, yeah, it hurts to breathe. So I thank yoga though. That fall could have been a lot worse, but thankfully for my balance and reflexes, I was able to pull myself out a little bit. Still, my left side caught a brunt of that fall. Anyway, I'm heading over to the springs to get some Gaia, Mother Nature's healing waters. Talk soon. Bye.